Hey, looks like we are live. Hello everybody. How are you all doing? Sorry, I'm starting a little bit later than usual, right? Because I'm coming from a new location. So, how is everybody doing? Right? Let me show you guys a little bit around. I'm in a very beautiful place right here. Let me show you guys. Very, very nice neighborhood. Show you around. Yeah, what do you guys think? It's not sunny here in London today, but it's beautiful weather. Right? It's not too cold, it's not too warm, it's actually really nice, right? And I'm always very excited to be here with you guys. And yes, this is another week. This is another session of rising above the average. And if you've been with me for any time, you know that usually in these sessions I actually share, right, principles and actionable things that you could use to be able to achieve your deepest desires. What is that thing that you're craving to achieve? What is that thing that is in your heart that you want to achieve but you don't know where to start? My aim here is to give you tips and nuggets that hopefully will help you start, or will help you start on your journey or achieve whatever you desire to achieve, right? And I'm so excited, I'm so pleased to be with you here again. And I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve you. Thank you for being here week in, week out. Thank you so much. And I just want to send a shout out to everybody that's engaged with any of my content before. Thank you. Those that have sent me their messages, those that have said that these things, these principles that I share, inspire them. I want to say thank you and a big shout out to you. Thanks to everybody. I'm so grateful, right? And then if you remember, 3 weeks ago, we started talking about the 30 causes of failure. And now I'm not personally someone that likes to dwell on my failures, but I thought that sharing these would help us identify where we can start from, identify the things that we've been doing wrong or we've not been doing right, and then we can kind of course correct. We can kind of course correct and move away from those things that we do many times. Many of those things are subconscious. We are not realizing that we're actually shooting ourselves on the foot, but we do them, and move away from them and really creating or doing the opposite and doing something that actually supports where we want to go, right? So today we're going to talk about part 4. So every week there are 30 major courses, right, according to Napoleon Hill, and every week I share five of them. So this week we're going to share another 5, so from 16 to 20, right? And then that's part 4. So we're going to do this in several parts until we finish all the 30 major courses. But before we get into that, I would like to share with me what you are excited about. What are you excited about today? Write in the chat. Today I am excited about ... What are you excited about? Oh my God, I am excited about so many things. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm excited about life, about so many things. If I could type in the chat, I'm going to say that I am excited about life. I'm excited about being here, And today I want to segue a little bit. We're talking about 30 major causes of failure, part 4, right? But I want to segue a little bit and talk about the fact that, look, failure, I actually believe that, failure is not forever. What do I mean? Like, it's not predetermined or is not like written in stone. I actually believe that whatever happened to you, if you learn from it, then it's not a failure. You've actually gained something. You've actually won in a way, right? If you're going towards your goals or you're working towards achieving something, right? And it doesn't happen the way you want it, but you could learn from it. Oh, actually, I learned from this thing. Next time I'm going to do it so and so way and not this way. I think that is success. That's what I think, right? I think that is success. So that we don't beat ourselves in the foot when we're like, oh, actually I want to earn like a dollar amount every month, and then you don't achieve it, and you feel like, oh, I've failed. If you've learned that, oh, actually this process didn't help, maybe I could use a different process, I believe that you've succeeded. You've learned something that is valuable, and that will be valuable in your future project. And I believe that you've succeeded if you do that, right? So I wanted to kind of pre-frame that a little bit, so that we don't feel like whenever we don't achieve our predetermined goals, we feel like we're failures. No, if you don't achieve that particular goal, but you have learned from that process, you have actually gained something. Same with relationships. We've all gone through relationships where it didn't work out, whether it's intimate or friendship, or even you and your landlord and these kind of relationships, right? And it doesn't work out. And if you can learn something from it, if you're like, okay, I think I prefer this kind of landlord, and I find, oh, actually I can find the type of landlord that works for me, my next house, then I think you've won. Or you'll be like, I think I'm this kind of person. I'll prefer to have positive people as friends around me, and not so kind of people. I think you've learned something. I think you have succeeded, right? So I wanted to segue and pre-frame that a little bit. So remember to share with me, what are you excited about today, right? Usually we do what you've learned this week, and today I wanted us to change a little bit and do what you're excited about this week. It could be what made you excited the past week. What are you excited about today? Or what are you excited about this coming week? What is going to happen? And you're kind of anticipating it, and you feel like, oh my God, something great is going to happen. And you'd like to share with us. Write in the chat, I am excited about so and so and so and so. Oh my God, for me, I'm excited about so many things. I'm excited about, as I said, about life. What do I mean by life? I'm excited about being here right now, being able to shoot in my neighborhood. And by the way, maybe today we don't have much time, but sometime I'm going to share a story about my neighborhood, right? I have always dreamt of living in such a neighborhood, right? And how it happened, I believe that I live in a beautiful neighborhood, and I'm so grateful for that. But it wasn't always this way. I think one day I'm going to look for old pictures of my neighborhood, right? And share with you guys someday. And I just want to say that life is a series of progression. Remember that you will never ever be happy about what you get, right? But one thing that will make you happy is who you become. It is making progress in your life. Making progress in your life will always make you happy and fulfilled within yourself. So if you really want lasting happiness, you really want to be happy every single day, then make progress, grow, especially internally, grow every single time. Make sure you make progress every single day, because it's only progress that's really going to make you happy long term. When you grow, and then you see your life transition from here to there, and then you can keep growing. I think that is what it's going to make you happy long term. So today we're going to talk about, right, the causes, 5 additional causes of failure, right? And as I pre-framed earlier, I'm not the type of person that like to dwell on failures, but I think knowing these causes, right, will help us to identify what we've been doing wrong, and then to kind of course correct, as I was saying, right? So today, last week, just for a quick recap, last week we talked about lack of controlled sexual urge, uncontrolled desire for something for nothing, lack of a well-defined power of decision is important, one or more of the 6 basic fears. Talk about the 6 basic fears, and if you don't know what that is, I'll recommend you watch my previous video, last week's video. We talk about the 6 basic fears. And then the last one was wrong selection of a mate in marriage. That's very important. So today we're going to talk about 5 additional causes of fear. We're talking about the 30 causes of fear, and this part 4, we're going to talk about 4 of them, which are overcaution, wrong selection of associates in business, superstition and prejudice, wrong selection of a vocation, and lack of concentration of effort. This is so important. Look, you've got to hear me here, right? Over caution. What does that mean? Napoleon Hill. And remember, we're still reading from Think and Grow Rich. And if you're anybody like me and you want to take your life to the next level and you don't know where to start from a book. Why don't you get a new book today? Why don't you get this book, Think and Grow Rich? You can find it anywhere, on Amazon, anywhere. Think and Grow Rich. All right? Because whether you know it or not, your life right now is an exact reflection, an exact representation of what is in between your two ears, whether you know it or not, and the fact that you don't even know it, right? I mean, it's even alarming, because that's why you're where you are, because you don't know, right? So it's important for you to get initial momentum, to get an initial impact, I call it, to get new knowledge. If you want to go from where you are right now to where you want to be, what you need is, there's a gap between where you are right now and where you want to be, and that gap is, I don't know. Yeah, that gap is what you don't know. That's the gap right there. What you don't know is the gap between where you are right now and where you want to be. And I think one of the easiest and one of the most important and profound way to fill in that gap is to get to know. And you can get to know step by step by getting a book. Anything that you want to know, anything you want to learn about, get a book. Learn from somebody. You're going to compress time. You don't need to kind of do trial and errors and waste so much time. You can learn from someone else, right? That got the results. So we're thinking about over caution, and it says the person who takes no chances generally has to take whatever is left when others are through choosing. Did you hear that? Over caution is as bad as under caution, right? Both at extremes to be guarded against. Life itself is filled with the elements of chances, right? There's some people that are too afraid. Oh my God, they want to know all the nitty-gritties. They want to understand everything. And I understand that you want to take calculated risk, but you also want to take action. There's some people, imagine you have a dream, you've had a desire, and you're like, you're going to work on this. The next thing you know is 5 years, and you haven't started. The next thing you know is 10 years, 20 years, and you haven't started. No, mate. You've got to start today. You've got to start now. With what you don't even know, you've got to start now. You've got to take the next step. And maybe the next step for you is getting a book. Maybe the next step for you is getting a mentor. Maybe the next step for you is, I don't know, enrolling into a free course online, or even if it's a paid course that teaches you how you can, get started on that thing you want to do, right? Secondly, he says wrong selection of association business. This is a big one, right? Because many of us, sometimes we have an idea, we're excited, and then we pull up our friends together and we want to jump, but without thinking twice. Are our friends suitable for this business? Are they suitable? They're great friends, right? They're amazing. We love them. But are they suitable for my business? That's a question we need to ask ourselves. And that's very important, right? Number 3 is superstition and prejudice. Many of us suffer from this. He says, superstition is a form of fear. Wow. Did you hear that? It is also a sign of ignorance. Men who succeed keep open minds and are afraid of nothing. And I think the key here is keep open minds. I think if you're going to be successful at anything, you've got to have the ability to keep an open mind. Many of us these days, we're too quick to judge. We're too quick to to kind of classify things into good or bad without thinking twice. But when you look back at a lot of things that have happened in your past, there's actually many of them you won't be able to classify them whether they were good or they were bad. You say, they serve their purpose. You could come to that conclusion that they serve their purpose, right? So the 4th cause of failure that we're going to share today is wrong selection of a vocation. And we all get into that, right? Wrong selection of a vocation. He says, no man can succeed in a line of endeavor which he does not like. Many of us these days, we are under so much pressure, right? And we tend to kind of choose our careers or even our business according to, oh my God, I need them to pay the bills. I need to pay my bills. I need to do this. And I believe there's nothing wrong with that. But I think if you want to really live a fulfilling life, then you need to take it to the next level. You need to take it to the next level and rediscovering what is that thing that spikes you up. What is that thing that you desire to achieve? What is that thing that lights up your spirit? What is that thing that when you think about it at night, you kind of put some groove, it makes you shake, you are so excited you can't even sleep? What is that thing that makes you lose your sleep? Yes, that's the thing we're looking for. What is that thing that makes you lose your sleep, right? And if you know someone like me 10 years ago, and you're like, oh heck, I don't know what that is, right? Why don't you just send me, I can give you a free 30 minutes consultation, right? And we could talk through the things that you desire. What are the things that are in your heart, right? And I could help you find that deep thing, the deepest thing that you would like to accomplish in your life, and you don't know where to start from. Why don't we, just have a chat, you and myself, just as friends, we have a quick chat, and then maybe, I could help you start somewhere, or discover your path, or really realize and get clarity on what you really want. So the last point we're going to share today on the 38 causes of failure, and we are on cause number 20, is lack of concentration of effort. The jack of all trades seldom is good at any. Concentrate all of your effort on one definite chief aim. And this is so important, especially for we young people, because as like every young person, I want to do so many things. I want to do this. But I've got to understand that if you're going to be successful at anything, you've got to concentrate your effort at one thing at a time. It doesn't mean that you can have different business and everything, but when you're starting or you're building, you've got to put all your eggs in one thing at a time. All of your effort, all of your concentration at one thing at a time. And that is focus. You've got to be laser focused at one thing at a time. Make it work, do it well, and make it work, and then move it. And when it starts running by itself, you move to something else. I think these are the keys. That's how you can be successful. So today we shared 5 major causes of failure, and let's do a quick recap right here. We talked about over cautiousness, right? You're too cautious. You're waiting for the right time. When the kids are going to go to school, when I get this, when I get this certificate, when I get so and so money, when I'm this age, whatever. No, you don't have to. Start right now. Start now. Wherever you are, start now. Talk about wrong selection of associate in business. Watch out for that, right? Not all your friends will fit in your business, right? And not everybody will fit in your business. You've got to learn how to choose the right people for your business. Superstition and prejudice. The way we think, the way we were brought up. There are certain beliefs that we have that don't support us. And if you discover any belief that doesn't support you, look, it is time to get rid of it, right? And it says wrong selection of a vocation. Yeah, we go into vocation, we go into careers that don't spike us, right? And to pay our bills. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. But if you really want to live a successful life and feel fulfilled every single day, you've got to go one step ahead and really discover your purpose. What is that thing that lights you up? What is that thing that only you have, right? And you feel so fulfilled when you do it, and you also help other people. And then we talk about lack of concentration of effort, lack of focus. That's it, lack of focus. And that's what we talked about today. And look, it was so nice. It was so nice to share these nuggets with you today, and coming from a beautiful place and being here, in a nice place. And honestly, I feel so privileged that I'm able to live in such a place. I feel so privileged to have access to such a place. And it was not always like this, my friend. Remember, it's not always like this. And if you find yourself in a situation where you feel like, oh my God, when am I ever going to realize my dreams? You know what? Today is the day. Start now. Take one step forward. Get a book. Get the right knowledge. As I said, the difference between where you are right now and where you want to be, it is a gap. And that gap is knowledge, is ignorance, is what you don't know. The gap is what you don't know. What I don't know is the gap. But you can fill it up with knowledge. What you need to do is start getting the knowledge, and you can fill that gap, and you can move from here, create that bridge, and move to where you want to go. The bridge is your knowledge, right? And it's such a privilege to be here. And look, if you're someone someone like me 10 years ago, and I was still wondering, what am I here to do? What is my life about, right? We could have a conversation. I'll be very, glad to listen to you, and maybe, just maybe, to help you in the right direction. If you book a free 30-minute session with me, right, for us to just have a conversation, to talk, I'll give you a lot of free tools that you can use to discover your own purpose. No bullshitting you. No, you buying whatever. No, I just want to help you, and I want to be able to help as many young people as I can, because I remember that just a couple of years ago I was right there in your shoes, looking for, what am I here to do? What am I going to do? Right? What am I here to do? Looking for that, and I found it, and I want to help, as many people as I can. Right? Why don't you book a free 30 minutes discovery session with me, and I would love to hear from you, and hopefully be able to help you start on your journey. Right? So it was nice. Another session of Rising Above the Average. We talked about, 5 of the 30 major causes of failure, and I hope it was really useful to you. Right? And please feel free to rewind this, rewatch the previous episodes. Right? And remember, leave me your comments. Right? What are you excited about today? What are you excited about this week that's coming? Or what were you excited, or what are you excited about something that's happened in this past week? Right? Thank you so much. It's a privilege to be here, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you again next weekend. Bye. Take care, everybody. Bye.